So don't be alarmed if that happens, because that's what people do, right? But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So first off, appreciate y'all all being here. Like I said, Peyton, I'm gonna let you run with admitting because it keeps popping up on my screen.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm admitting people.
Okay, yeah, if you can just keep an eye on that. And let's see here. Can everybody see the screen?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Now,
Just
where the
hit
hell this
undo.
line?
Just hit
Where this
undo,
line?
Terrence. Hit
Yeah, I'm trying
undo.
to find it.
Right
Up
there,
top by
that
your
back
printer?
arrow. That back arrow at the top.
Yeah, keep
Where
going.
Keep going. Keep
There you go.
going. One more. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good looking, Cheryl. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get this thing popping. More than anything, you know, it's the tribe, and obviously what we're building and how we're building it is big. So we'll talk later about TM5, the tribe, and some other ideas. But today, I just want to focus on the value proposition of eXp. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Like I said, this will be the eXp explained. Now, obviously, there'll be a couple differentiators that we have because our tribe does our own value proposition. And I want to explain this because this is very important. eXp obviously is in all 50 states or in 25 countries. The thing I love about it, and I'll talk about why I brought over my independent in a second. The thing I love about it is immediately I get access to all 50 states and 20 countries. And so like right now, we're working on 3 countries that our org is expanding into. And I know the room is filling up. 123, 125 is starting to keep going. But more than anything, this eXp is the broker. But I always say in some states, you can say it's TM5 powered by, but in Texas, we have to say brokered by. But regardless, eXp is the model that has brought all of us together. And I always tell you guys this in Clubhouse, when we're at events, it's the model, it's the thing that's brought us together, but we're gonna do so much more than just sell real estate and attract people. Like we're really gonna make not only a global impact together, but we're gonna make an eternal impact together. And then also, we hadn't even celebrated this yet. We need to talk about it. We just closed our first syndication as an organization. So I've done real estate for 17 years, but there is people in this room sitting here, you're looking at them, that invested in my syndication deal that I just closed. So we just closed a $42 million apartment complex, 240 units. And obviously confidentially, I can't tell you guys who in the tribe invested because that's their, that's their information. But there's people in this room that just helped me purchase a $42 million apartment complex. So this is just the beginning of what we're doing. And like I'm always telling you guys, we have to migrate from just real estate agents to real estate entrepreneurs. So without further ado, I'm gonna dive into it. And I'll start off with a quote that you're gonna start hearing a lot more of. Y'all know I've always been, if there was things that needed to be checked off the box in order to get in a room, I never had that checkbox. I just made my own room. I just decided regardless of where I am and where I'm starting, I know where I'm going. And that's why you notice with my mentality, it's always all inclusive because I was the single mom kid in an impoverished environment with not a lot of resources. I didn't have a dad around. If you start checking off like the list of things that people could have made excuses with, I'm pretty sure I can jump in any of those buckets. But the mentality that I always have, why I'm always pushing you guys, is this is a no excuse tribe. Like, I don't want to hear no effing excuses. And then like, it's like, oh man, you made it to the NFL. Well, first off, it took me a certain amount of sacrifices to get there, but let's just talk about that real quick. I got paralyzed, y'all. I didn't just say injured. I got paralyzed from the neck down 5 games into my rookie year. So if people want to use that as an excuse, well, you played in the NFL. I only played 5 games. So I got paralyzed from the neck down. I had to have neck surgeries. I was depressed. I had to go through physical therapy, obviously. And so the point is, like I talked about in Clubhouse the other day, let's stop the limiting beliefs that we all have individually, including myself. And let's look at this as an opportunity to be a part of something that is truly changing the real estate industry. It really is. So we're going to dive into the model. We're going to talk about eXp. I don't want to talk a lot about myself, but I just know a lot of times people write me off. They're like, oh, he played in the NFL. And I didn't play 20 years and I didn't make Tom Brady money. I literally started off as an entrepreneur in my 20s, 22 years old, depressed and paralyzed, trying to figure out what was next. So we can do this together. You don't have to go at it alone. And really this model is something that is changing the game. So we're going to dive into it. I'm going to spend a lot of time on the 50-point value proposition. If you've heard me go over eXp Explained before, man, I breezed through this thing in 30 minutes. But I'm going to go as fast as I can, and then we'll do Q&A at the end. Everybody good with that? All right, cool. So here are the core values. One of the things that when I brought over my independent brokerage, I was at eXp for 9 months before I ever post about eXp. I did one post about eXp for 9 months. And that was just that one post that I said, I'm bringing my brokerage over. And I just literally before I put my name on something, before I go all in, I want to vet it myself. But here are the core values that eXp embodies: community, fun, agile, innovation, integrity, transparency, collaboration, sustainability, and service. The three that I want to point out is fun. Man, I have not had this much fun as a real estate broker ever. The fun that we have together when we all get together in person and meetings, we just act up, man. It's truly like we all grew up in the same neighborhood. And that's when you know you're a part of the right tribe. Innovation, I want to highlight that one. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. There is not one more innovative real estate brokerage than eXp. Even since I've been here in 16, 17 months, the things that have happened, the things that I wanted to do as an independent broker, they're doing, and they're doing it very quickly. So agile, they're forcing chaos. If you guys have been approached about eXp and you're not here yet, you've probably heard about it and you're like, well, man, I had a couple people talk to me about it. But today I want to show you like the true model. I'm really going to break it down for you. And then sustainability. When you give people a seat at the table, when you give them equity, when you give them the same options as the broker, you're going to be sustainable. And that's very important. So here's our why. We as an organization and the people that are in the room and myself, like right now, the word God gave me for 2023 is simplification and impact. And so I'm simplifying everything so I can go all in with this. And man, I don't know what's going on with Barry Ingram. Brother, you done came in out of the room like 62 times. But our why is we have a responsibility to make agents realize what they're saying no to. So you're here today, and if you're not at eXp, and if you are at eXp, I'm always continually making sure that I'm selling myself on what I'm involved in. So if you're second guessing, like, am I at the right place? I guarantee you are. That's the beautiful thing about this model. There is no franchise. No one got forced to sign. There's no red tape to get out. There's no guarantee. You come in and you build and you grind, and then you get everything that you want. And I love that about it. Like if I want to go back and be an independent broker tomorrow, it takes me 48 hours. And I'll be back TM5 doing my own thing. But the reason I'm choosing day in and day out, week to week, to be a part of this model, because it's helped me meet some of you amazing people in the room. And then some of y'all know I grew up with, some of y'all I knew in college. And that's the beautiful thing. It's giving us an opportunity to come together. So can everybody see that slide? I want to make sure it's not covered up. Give me some feedback, y'all. Can y'all see that slide, the full slide?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Tara.
Yes.
Okay. So here's some real estate facts, NAR statistics. This is not Terrence's statistics. This is not eXp. This is just NAR. 50% of real estate agents don't make it out of year one. The 50% that make it to year two don't make it out of year two. So by year 3, only 25% of real estate agents make it. And by the time you get to year 5, only 13%. Now, in my mind, now this is my quote, I call that a pandemic. So everybody's talking about COVID. If only 13% of people make it, why is no one talking about this statistic? Why aren't franchises talking about this? Why aren't brokers talking about this? Because it's a statistic that we need to know. And I always tell you guys, stats, facts, and stories, like, understand your stats. So broker owners, franchise owners, team leaders, agents, we need this model.
Yeah,
No,
same.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
I thought I
screen
got,
froze as well.
I thought I got booted out because my phone was acting funny. So yeah.
Got that T-Mobile.
I owe you for that one, Henry.
My bad.
Yes. I pulled into the school parking lot dropping my son off, and I'm like, dang it, I hate these schools. And then somebody's like, did he freeze?
Get rich.
Yeah, I was trying to pass somebody the link on my phone and it decided it wanted to log in 65 times and I didn't know it. So that's not the way I wanted to get called out on the Zoom with 100 and something people.
Well, I say you popped in 32 times, Bear. I don't know what you
He's logging back on, just on the chat.
He just wanted to make sure T knew he was there.
Okay, Terrence is trying to get back in, y'all. I think his computer
back
froze
in.
up on him.
Nah, brand new ass computer just gonna close me out, but it is what it is. The devil is a lie. He trying to keep me from getting his word out.
Yes, he is a liar.
T, as an athlete, you know, you already want to
Hold
wear
on
the
for a
stuff that's
sec, bro.
broken.
Hold on for a sec. Hold on here. Peyton, make me host so I can share.
Okay, you're back to host now.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. So we're gonna keep it moving. So either way, I'm gonna speed up now. Now I feel like I'm like off pace. So either way, the real estate sales industry has failed to create a path for us, right? And so we gotta really slow down, because what they tell us is get your license, become a top producer, become a team leader. Then if you become a broker or a franchise owner, then you made it. And we all know a lot of brokers and franchise owners are the brokest people in the room, because they're burnt out, they're overwhelmed, they're leading these big teams, and the margins are being cut every day. So we got to know that, we got to understand that, and that's why we got to study it. So if our tribe can show you the way, we're not guessing at this, we're showing you exactly what you need to do, how to 2 to 5x your business, add 7 to 8 income streams, and show you how to invest in real estate and create financial freedom by partnering with us with a proven system and roadmap. Would you consider it? Now, there is no broker in the nation, no team leader in the nation, and no organization in the nation that has put together the value proposition that we have. We're going to show you how to scale from a sales standpoint. So great. We know how to sell real estate. Like I said before, stats don't lie. I've done 1.2 billion in volume in 8.5 years, and it was in a small college town. So we know how to scale. No one can teach you how to scale like we can. And there's people in the room that have 15x, 5x, 7x. There's $20 million agents, $50 million agents, $100 million agents, $180 million agents in this room. So we got that part. We know how to show you how to do it, and you won't have to guess. Just follow our model. I built my independent brokerage on just showing brand new agents how to scale, and then bringing over top producers and showing them how to leverage. Because if we think it's just selling more real estate, We all know how it feels to be overwhelmed, burnt out, tired, and exhausted, and not wanting to go on another appointment. And it's because your model is set up wrong. Your team is set up wrong. So we're gonna also show you how to add 7 to 8 income streams. Not door knocking, not an MLM, not selling Mary Kay makeup, none of that shit, like doing real estate. And then we're gonna show you how to invest. And then I'm also gonna give you a systematic approach on how to attract and how to buy businesses. So that value proposition seems a little convoluted and complicated because it is. It's not easy. But my goal is to create 500,000 millionaires, and I'm going to do it. And I want you guys to be a part of that. So here's our 50-point value proposition. So y'all bear with me. I'm going to go through this as fast as possible. But some of these things, I'm going to click on the links. You guys should have access to this presentation. At the end, if you don't, we'll get your email and get you access to it. And if you were invited by someone to this room, just make sure you communicate with that person if you decide to join our tribe. Everybody good with that? Cool. So 50-point value proposition. This seems like a lot because it is, but if you really just slow down and look at the opportunities here, with some of these things I'm gonna dive into a little further, is special. So you guys have probably seen Clubhouse. Y'all see us in the room Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. We're just in there serving people, giving value. And that's been the mindset from that room from day one. Then we have a website that you can go check out, which I'm gonna be rebranding some stuff and doing some stuff later that I'll talk about, but not right now. But we're gonna give you access to that. So you get a website. There's a whole funnel that I'm setting up for everybody in the tribe. So no matter if you bring over a broker owner or you are a broker owner, a team leader, or an individual agent, there's going to be a way for you to automate all of the onboarding and training from our tribe. So stay tuned for that. That's a whole nother meeting for everybody that's in the family. But I'm gonna be talking to you guys about how we're going to automate everything. So whether you want to do Airbnb with Steady, whether you want some branding, coaching from Egypt, whether you want to do social media, Takara and Valencia, we'll be able to dive into. Like, I'm really working on a place where we have experts in our tribe all in one location talking about what we're doing. If you want to do events, then the Wire Ladies, Kalani and Brittany, and the list goes on. So everybody's going to have an expertise that we're going to be training on, and you're going to be able to plug into all of that. And that's, like I said, for another conversation, but that's what number 2 will be. And then the RE Up series, where we do the virtual training every week or every month up until that event. The in-person event in Houston was really cool. It had a really great vibe. It was a great location that Egypt picked out. Her and Steady set it up, and it was just a great location. Then obviously TM5 Equity Partners. You guys are going to be able to, when we talk about being agent partners, we're not just talking about selling more real estate. We're talking about truly going in and pooling our resources together to make a bigger impact. And so, like I said earlier, if you missed, our tribe just closed a $42 million apartment complex together. Now, you tell me who at eXp or who at what other independent broker is closing $42 million acquisitions together. Don't worry, I'll wait. It's not happening. And then there's a fund that I'm working on, a $100 million fund, where you guys will be able to be a part of that. Once again, nobody's making those kind of moves, but we're going to do it together. Agent attraction mini course. For you guys to say, I don't want to do agent attraction, I don't want to recruit, I don't want to talk to anybody. Cool. Just invest in real estate, just sell real estate, just buy businesses, whatever works for you, you can do that for sure. But I'm putting together a mini course. We have 10 assets, and then we have 3 pipelines. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. There won't be no ifs, ands, and buts. How do I get to it? How do I not do it? It's going to show you exactly how to do it. And sorry, I know the room is growing, so there's more people jumping in. So that's probably why my computer just crashed, because there's so many people jumping in the room. But either way. And then Agent Attraction Mastermind. So you guys that heard about Alpha Wolves, we used to have the Alpha Wolves meeting every 2 weeks. You had to have 5 people attracted to be in the room. We're pivoting off of that. I'm trying to simplify. So now I have an Agent Attraction Mastermind that everybody in the organization can jump on every 2 weeks. So every other week, 10 assets that we're going to go over. We got the mini agent attraction course that we're going to have. And we're just going to watch those videos, talk about it, and just create that momentum because we know the power of agent attraction. And obviously, real estate entrepreneur too, man, I'm trying to build that out, and it's free. It's free content. Just literally put in real estate entrepreneur with Terrence Murphy on YouTube. There's 120 videos up. And some of you guys have been messaging me because you sat down and you kind of jumped to the rabbit hole. That one course that I taught, and it's called Why Agents Need to Invest in Financial Literacy. You need to check that one out. Because why are you doing this if you can't manage your money? And why are you doing this if you can't put that money aside to invest and build wealth for your family? Like the days of just getting awards and walking stages, y'all, that shit's over with. Like you can walk on 1 million stages and get 1 million awards and get a capper hat at the brokerage you're at, but is that going to feed your family? Is that going to feed your future self? And if something were to happen to you, or you couldn't go out and sell real estate, you had a car wreck, you rolled your ankle, whatever, you need these multiple income streams that we're going to be teaching you. And then obviously the podcast, look at Real Estate Entrepreneur Podcast. We got some really good episodes. Also, we're going to start rolling out some of our new people on there too. And then the Real Estate Entrepreneur Coaching, which I'm not going to dive too much into, but I just want to hit it real quick. If you go to this link, it'll talk to you about, there's 3 paths that I'm going to show everybody. Path number 1 is $1 billion real estate agent. That's the path we're in right now. $1 billion real estate agent. Well, where you probably asking, why do you have $1 billion on it? Because I've done $1 billion. That's why the name is on there. But I can show you guys how to set up your team to do $1 billion. And I've coached hundreds and hundreds of agents to 5 million, 10 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, whatever. And my best year as an individual broker team leader was right under 200 million in 1 year. And I did that after I did 7 transactions my first year as a real estate agent. So I scaled from a 7 transaction agent at 1.1 million to 200 million in 1 year. And I can show you how to do that. So that's $1 billion agent. I'm gonna show you guys how to set up the teams, how to set up VAs, how to set up listing coordinators, transaction coordinators, how to set up buyer's agent teams, whatever it is, it's in that model. Boom. Now, what I'm teaching you, I will never coach or teach on anything I haven't personally done. I'm so blown away at how many people out there right now are starting courses. And it's like, oh, I got the $1 million agent course. It's like, well, how much real estate have you sold? Well, I've only had my license for 6 months. Well, then why in the hell are you teaching a class? So I would not teach a class. I've been in this game now for 16, 17 years. I wouldn't teach a class until I know that I know that I know what I'm talking about. So $1 billion real estate agent is the first path. $1 billion real estate investor is the second path. I'm going to show you guys how to buy single family rentals, how to buy duplexes, how to buy townhomes, how to do residential development. I'm literally doing developments in Jack Nicklaus golf course communities. And Jack Nicklaus is the #1 golf developer in the United States. So it took me a lot of phone calls, a lot of no's to get in. But once I got in, I proved my value. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to also show you how to acquire multifamily, how to do just investing, real estate investing. And then the last path is $1 billion real estate entrepreneur. So I'm going to be showing you guys that and how you can buy businesses, affiliated businesses. Because I always say on every transaction, there's about 20 businesses that make money. Title, mortgage, insurance, survey, inspector, whatever. You can own those businesses, guys, and you don't need to run it. You can just own it and get quarterly or monthly distributions off of it, affiliated business income from it. And as long as you disclose with a 1-page document to your real estate clients, then you can get revenue streams off of all those businesses. So now, when you do a new builder home, you can hit it multiple times. Yeah, make the commission. Yes, get the development fee from the land. Yes, get the fee from building the house. Also own the insurance company, own the title company that they close at, own the mortgage company that they use to get the financing. You can own all those things, and I'm gonna show you all how to do it. And I actually can show you guys how to do it with zero money down. So that's $1 billion real estate agent, $1 billion real estate investor, $1 billion real estate entrepreneur, and it's all rolled into real estate entrepreneur coaching. Then there's 4 team types at eXp. We're going to talk about it. And then there's a thing called, I'm not going to get into it right now. I'm just highlighting some of the things that are available. Some of you guys will probably like get to the money. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But they do have a passion for these groups, and it's been really cool. Obviously, Black eXp Network, eXp Agent Network, eXp Latino, eXp LGBTQ, and eXp Power Girls. I know Black's eXp is the biggest conglomerate of Black real estate professionals of all companies in the United States. So that number is growing dramatically, and really excited to be a part of that for sure. So keep it moving. Icon Agent, I'm gonna talk about it a little later, but Icon Agent, did you guys know that every brokerage you're at, you're paying fees, period. No one's at a brokerage for free. And if you are, I guarantee you're getting no value. So at eXp, they have a thing called Icon Agent. It's for the top 1 or 2% of agents in production. And you can actually get back your $16,000 cap in company stock. I'll dive into that a little bit later. Marketing Center. So for my people that are in the tribe that haven't spent time on this, this is where I put in all of these links for you. Literally, it's a direct link for you. You don't have to go chase it down anywhere else. It's on this document for you. So you need to go check out Marketing Center. There's so much customized marketing. I'm not going to dive into it right now, but there are automated marketing packages that you can set up. You can farm neighborhoods. There's open house demand letters. There's flyers, postcards, brochures, social media templates, single property websites, door hangers, presentations, videos, letterheads. Man, I ain't gonna keep going, but it's all available for you, and you don't have to go create it. Business cards, email signatures, newsletters, Spanish materials to help you if you have Spanish clients. The list goes on. And then eXp Solutions, which I'm gonna talk about a little bit in a second, but it's all at your fingertips. I clicked the button, I was here in what, 2 seconds. So that's available for you. So all your marketing is there. And then once you set up your templates, then it's turnkey for you. Now, will you have to do some work up front to set up the way you want? Yes. Because you may not want it the way they have it set up. So you set it up. eXp Revenues, be talking fast. You're probably wondering, what the hell is that? eXp Revenues, they just rolled out. eXp Revenues is the referral engine to get buyer and seller leads from eXp. Has nothing to do with your sponsor, has nothing to do with your team. You can go set this up yourself. So it's really cool. So there's, I think, 6 programs that you can set up for. I'm not going to get into right now, but you can get your certifications with eXp Relocation, eXp REO. You guys should all know what REO is. If not, go look it up. I'll train on it later. Express Offers, eXp Affinity. I guarantee you there's people in the room who have no clue this is even available. Go look into it. Making It Rain. And then eXp Honor Military Rewards. So there's 6 pipelines just in eXp Revenues. I already know about 2 or 3 more that's coming. That is really, really cool. But just right here, you got your relocation department. eXp is working on some of those relocation companies. Now that we got this critical mass, we're at almost 90,000 agents. We're in all 50 states. We're in 25 countries. We're going to be north of 100 and some thousand probably by this time next year. When you got that kind of critical mass, people start taking notice. You start getting opportunities. Like I said before, my independent brokerage was one of the top brokerages in the state of Texas. We were doing really well, but I knew in order to get these kind of opportunities for my agents, I needed to partner with someone like this. So more opportunities for you guys, more revenue streams. So if you say Q1, I want to create new revenue streams. All right, just click on eXp Revenues and figure out how you can take a couple of these and turn them into revenue streams, but stick with it for at least 30, 60, 90 days. Everybody good on that? All right. eXp Attraction Resources, I'm not going to get into right now. There's a link that I've set up for you guys. There's a success strategy, there's websites, there's workplace. There's so many things. There's some cap deferment policies and procedures. cap deferment applications. So if you got a big team coming over from a franchise and they don't want to reset their cap, you can do cap deferment applications. Hey, Terrence is coming over. He's a $180 million team. He was my roommate in college, but he's halfway through his cap at his brokerage. You can do cap deferment applications. Here are the policies. I've set it up for you guys. Here's the slide deck presentation. Obviously, you guys can use the one that I've set up, but here's the one for US and English and in Spanish, the one in Canada, if you need it. And then every one of you guys, if you don't know this, you got it. The moment you sign up for eXp, this is included in your $85 a month. You all have your own personalized agent attraction website. So make sure you go check that out. It's just agentname.exprealty.careers. So just make sure you go check that out. That's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff being done for you, and it's only $85 a month for eXp. All right. And then once again, there's a lot of services in the world that I'm not going to get into. And then here's just more information here. But if you didn't know, you got that site and you got another site. So you get 2 websites for free or within your $85 a month. So make sure you look into that. All right. eXp brand. Not going to dive into this right now, but here's the link for all of the logos. So obviously we don't rock the orange or the blue or the light blue. We just do the black and white. That's what we rock with, but it's all available. I'm not going to dive into it now. It goes into all the things that you can use. This brand is now recognized globally. We're rolling out 3 countries a quarter, y'all. Tell me what other company in the United States is rolling out 3 countries a quarter. Not 3 counties, not 3 states, not 3 cities, 3 countries. No one is growing like this right now. And if you are not paying attention, like my sister always says to Car, pay attention. So you're here, pay attention. This is game changing. I don't want you guys to look back at this window of life and be like, man, I remember jumping on that Zoom in 2022. Now they've blown up to 200 and some thousand agents, and I could have had stock in that company. I could have been a part of that. You can still be a part of this. It's big. All right. So for you people who say you need office space, okay, there's 1,200 Regus locations across the globe. They're even in Dubai, Cape Town, Monte Carlo. They're in 95 countries. Obviously, they're in all the states. If you're in bigger cities, there's probably multiple locations. So they got Wi-Fi, they have meeting rooms, they have day offices, they have video communications. All the stuff you think you need in a brick and mortar office is at these locations. And you get, do you see, free access to Regus business lounges worldwide. So no matter what state you're in, 95 countries, you just show your eXp ID, you have access to all of this value. And so if you say, oh man, I need an office for the next month, great. I need a conference room, great. Wi-Fi, cool. Video communication, bet, make it happen. But if you haven't signed up for that, go into the world, turn in your ID, tell them your license number, and they'll get you a Regus card. So just make sure you get you one of those, as you can see right here. But like I said, I got the link. So for everybody saying they need an office, you really don't need an office after COVID. If y'all notice, just throw this out here real quick. I don't like talking about other brokerages because I just focus on what I do, my value and my tribe, period. But if you notice in 2020, a lot of the offices that were opening up, all these office locations, what is the first thing they realized in 2020? Millions of square feet vacant. They didn't know what to do. They were blowing money, millions of dollars in these office spaces, and you don't need it. Clients don't, we're not in 1995 anymore, guys. Clients don't have to meet at an office. I do all of my appointments on Zoom, FaceTime, or in person at the property. Like, I don't meet in the office anymore. I don't print out stuff anymore. I do DocuSign. So this is the world we're going into in 2020, and it's only gonna speed up. So we got to remember, the United States economy was built in the industrial age. Industrial age was in person, work hard, steel factories. What are we in now in 2022? Information age. We're in the information age, which is why we got to speed up. You can't get left behind, because I've seen some really good real estate agents that when I started at a franchise back in 2010 are still in the industry, but they became dinosaurs because they were not willing to accept the new way of doing business. So jumping on. Rev share. This is the game changer that I'm gonna dive into a little bit later. But this, what eXp does, if we're all on 80-20 splits, we get to still keep our 80% or whatever we're on team split wise, but the 20% that's given to the eXp, they take 50% of that company dollar and give it back to the real estate agents every month on the 22nd. So the moment you come to eXp, you become a shareholder in $1 billion company. As soon as you close your first transaction. And why do they give that money back to us? Because they don't have franchises. They don't have franchise directors. They don't have all these extra C-level executives. They don't have regional directors. They don't have whatever. And so instead of them paying those people for the growth, they pay us. So like I said earlier, if you don't want to do agent attraction, don't feel like when you come to eXp, you're going to be pressured to call someone. Y'all know, y'all been in our clubhouse room. We bring that up like once in a blue moon. Don't. Just do production and invest. Cool. There's only 12% of the agents out of the 90,000 agents at eXp that do agent attraction. So you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I will say long-term, it's a really good opportunity we'll break down later. Now, you can build wealth through the eXp model with multiple levers. And y'all know me. I always say this quote, a person with options is a person with power. If you only have one option, then you have no power, right? We've all been there at some point in our life where it's like, man, I'm out of fucking options. This is what I got to do right now. We've all been there. No one's above reproach, right? We've all been in tough times in life, financially, spiritually, mentally, whatever it is. And it's like, man, I just got to grind through this because it's all I got. We don't want you to be that way. The market is shifting. If you were not in the shifting market in 2008, 9, 10, 11, if you were, you know how skinny it's finna get. If you were not, it's not finna be 17 offers and overpricing properties. That 20% that does 80% of the volume is finna get more market share. So for the people who understand where the market is going, we're looking at our charts. I'm excited. Not that I want to see the market go down, but the fact that it's gonna shed a lot of people who shouldn't be in the industry. But if you want to be in the industry long term, you need to be thinking about these multiple income streams because that's what's going to sustain you. We were joking around earlier about somebody, I think it's EJ, made $500, $1,000 from Instagram. And like Henry said, it's $500 or $1,000 more than zero. So if you're like, well, man, I started my rev share and it's only a couple $100 a month. It's $500 a month. Okay. Because I think $500 a month adds to $6,000 at the end of the year. That's more than what I would have made if I was staying where I was at. Now, I'm going to show y'all some numbers later on. It's going to blow your mind. I know people making millions of dollars every month on rev share. So we're going to break that down. We'll talk about that. 80 hours of training weekly. So when you guys talk, and that's not including anything we're doing in our tribe, because we're all training ourselves. That's just, now some of us are training in the world, but I put this link on there for everybody in the org. So when you're like, where is the training at? Here it is. It has it all right here. It's available. It took me 30 seconds to click it. And it's all right here. So you download the world. Look, there's a calendar. I'm probably diving too deep right now. There's a spreadsheet that they put out where the links are on there where you can literally say, okay, today on the 7th, look at all this training that's happening. So whatever you want to do, it's being trained on. So it's available for you. So there's 80 hours of training. The thing I love about it, not being in a brick and mortar office, is now I got to get in my car and go to the office. Now, if I'm at a meeting or if I'm at home, if I'm working on the back porch or if I'm at a showing, or if I just want to go have lunch by myself and set my iPad up, I can just click the link and I'm in the room getting the same value that I would be getting if I was sitting in person. Because let's be honest, The only difference you get from being in person with someone is maybe hugging them and talking to them. But y'all still see my facial reaction. You still can hear what I'm saying. You can feel my emotions. Like there's nothing any different. So 80 hours a week. And then transaction software. Everybody that signs up at eXp gets this. This is included in your 85 bucks a month. Skyslope for eXp agents. I put the link in here for you. Not going to dive into it, but you get the software that helps you organize your business. And then if you want, they even also have transaction management services. Okay. And like it says, agents who use a transaction coordinator save about 10 hours per deal. When I was doing the numbers, I projected it, I think it was 16 hours per deal, just because we do more. But these are the things that you guys need to compete. And there they are asking me if I need anything. So, hey, that's what eXp does. They're going to follow up. So remember, if you're an individual agent and you're competing against a team of people and transaction coordinators, listing coordinators, services, and you may say, well, I don't have the money for that. I will show you how to set up your team to where you don't spend money till you make money. I literally built my brokerage on sweat equity versus check equity, and I showed my agents how to do the same. All right, and then everybody gets a KV Core website. I'm going to speed up. So everybody gets a KV Core website. So go on GoDaddy.com and go buy your domain at $9.99, TerrenceMurphy.com or Top Agent in Aggieland or whatever you want it to be. And then you can plug your KV Core into that, and you have a front interfacing website that's practically rolled into your 85 bucks a month and your CRM. Now we know you've been at a franchise fees, desk fees, royalty fees. You don't have that. eXp Agent Healthcare. I'll put the link for you guys. The beautiful thing about this healthcare, it's set up for real estate agents specifically, and it's set up for 1099s. That's beautiful. I'm not going to dive into it. I'm not but like some of this stuff, like the telemedicine, $0, like it's really set up for you guys. And it also has mental health care included. Because, you know, a lot of insurance policies, I actually own an insurance company, if y'all didn't know that. I have an insurance license, but I've never told anybody publicly. I just got it just to own the company. But mental health care included. A lot of times that's not included in insurance policies. So that's important because mental health care is big, depression, anxiety, all that, man. And I hit a wall last year and ran into some of that. So it's really important to take care of yourself because remember, you can't pour out of your cup if you're not being poured into, which is why you need to be a part of the right tribe. Then workplace. Y'all already know in workplace, there's a million different groups. Not going to get into that. eXp world. This is the thing that people laughed about years ago. Now it's changing the game. So eXp University is eXp World. So you can download it for your mobile or your desktop. I only do it on my desktop because I don't want to frost my iPhone with all that download. And then go and make your little avatar. I know it seems cheesy, but I love it. Because you know what? When I need something from a legal, I used to have an in-house legal counsel for my brokerage, but now I don't have to pay for it. I used to pay 80 grand a year in E&O insurance. I'm not paying for that anymore. I'm paying for a little bit per deal, but it's not $80,000. So those are the kind of things that we can leverage now. But in the world, you can go in any room. I know me and my FLAs are going to start meeting in there a little bit more. And that's where a lot of the icon training. If you say, Terrence, okay, there's 80 hours a week, but I only want to learn from the best of the best. There's 80 hours being trained on, but there's specific icon series. So look up the icon series. That's only the icon agents at eXp do that training. And I'm in that group of icon agents that does training in the world. So eXp World, you go in there, you get anything you need. eXp Enterprise. So what this is this is where you can look at your whole business in one location. I'm not going to sign in because obviously it's got my private information and all that stuff. But this is where I can track my organization. This is where I can track my rev share. This is where I can track my production. This is where I can track my tax stuff at the end of the year. I also can track. Remember, if you guys go buy 1,000 shares of Tesla stock right now, what do you become? A shareholder. So then you start managing your shareholder account on a publicly interfacing E-Trade, Merrill Lynch, whatever. We all get a Merrill Lynch account. Now, I'm just gonna stop right there. What other brokerage is giving people a Merrill Lynch account? Come on, man. All right. So they're giving us that account because you became a shareholder in the company, in a $1 billion publicly traded company. All right. eXpCon is the biggest event. I think there was, 7,000 agents at eXpCon this year, 8,000 agents. That thing is growing every year. Not gonna dive into that. There's the link. Let's see where it's at next year real quick. Let me just check it out. So it's in Vegas. I think it's in Vegas every year. But it breaks down. We need to show up in numbers next year for sure. So I think at Bill, we had about 40, 50 people. I think it was like 40 people there total. We got a picture where we all went APs and all this going on. And then website. Remember, this is that website we talked about earlier. I'm gonna keep it moving because I'm trying to get past these 50 so I can get into the other slides. eXp Certified Mentor Program. This is important for you guys to feel that pressure. Hey, I got a friend who's a brand new agent, but I don't have the time to mentor them. We have certified mentors throughout our organization. Now we got to do a better job of getting more, and we got to do a better job. People are starting to leverage our org. People are realizing that agents are getting trained really well in our group. So they're attracting people over and then they're sending them to our certified mentors, which we don't mind. You know, it's all love, but we got to make sure we're taking care of our tribe too. So when you are a certified mentor, which you guys already know, if you've had any production at your brokerage, you know people are asking you questions. So make sure you get paid for it. So that's just a short on it. And then if you bring the people over, you can plug them into that. I got the link. Not going to dive into it now. Tech Virtual Campus. So I think I seen Verbella obviously is a publicly traded company. It's a part of eXp World Holdings. But this is where, man, you would think that people are like blowing this off. But when Royal Bank is using it, when Stanford University is using Verbella, when MIT is using Verbella, these are some of the smartest people in the world as young professionals, and they're using our software for their university, then that means something is right. I'm not going to dive into it right now, but you need to go check it out. And then you can set up your personal metaverse if you want, to where if you want to have your meetings in here, you can do that too. So if you want to do it, I'm just going to use eXp World. I'm not going to go set up my own room. You can customize it, do whatever you need to do, set up your own space, use all your virtual offices and meetings for your clients, teach in a 3D campus, host immersive events, whatever. So I'm not going to dive into that now, but you can go set it up. You can customize and set up your own room. I may go set up a room and put a couple of Lamborghinis in there or something, but yeah, you need to do that. And then you already know, I'm not going to get into the splits and caps. 80-20 split, $16,000 cap. One brokerage, 50 states, 25 countries. Here's another cool thing. eXp Influencer Masterminds. I haven't been plugging in, but now that I've moved up to a beta, so there's builders, there's leaders, there's beta, then there's alphas. I think there's only 39 alphas out of 89,000 agents, which is crazy. And in the beta, there's only 200 of us in the beta group. So it's not like it's just easy to get into. But once you get in that room, that's been why I got a fire lit under my ass, because I've been going to the beta mastermind, sitting in the back of the room, just listening. And I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. Just to hear the competitive spirit that's in that room. Y'all know me. I want to eat. So, but yeah, they meet weekly. So if you have attracted, I think it's 5 agents or 3 agents or more, you need to be looking at your masterminds. They're meeting every week. You need to be plugging into that. Now we're starting our own agent attraction mastermind, but eXp has one that's the influencer masterminds. And it's just people in there just talking about how to grow. They're talking about best practices, and it's been really cool to see like the collaboration. Like no one's in there holding back because they're all successful. No one's hating. No one's making excuses because everybody's successful. So, all right, real-time support. I'm almost done. I'm going to blow through this so we can get to these next couple of slides. Real-time support, specialized support team. So if you bring in other brokers, you have that. Here are a couple of new things that's happening. The global partners, you need to click on this. If you have a country that you want to roll out, you can submit it. Isn't that crazy? Submit a country. I submitted Colombia. It took us some time to get the right amount of traction once you get a certain amount of agents. then you can go to Michael Valdez and he'll talk to you about opening it. So just click this link. Pre-register to become an agent. Nominate the country you want for eXp. So if you feel like you can grow something, you can attract it, you can literally go in and submit any country in the global expansion. Right? So obviously flexibility, rewards, text and tools, stocks, y'all know all that stuff. But this is where you can go down. And like I said, we're working on Dubai right now. So this is the big one. We got 850 agents that have already showed interest in Dubai. So once we get this thing rolled out, y'all, we got to go to Dubai. That's one of the countries I want to go to. I've never been. So let's get our coin purse ready, like Sean always says. Get our coin purse ready. But yeah, you can submit, and that's just another country. So eXp, remember I said 3 countries a quarter. Then Bill Conference, we all went to the one in Dallas. I think the one is in San Antonio this year. Shareholder Summit and eXp Con, as long as it's within your icon year, they'll give you $2,000 to attend. What other brokerage is paying you to attend? eXp Life, there's a couple of stories that just dropped. EJ had a story on here. We had a story on here, and it's just telling success stories about what we're doing. Founder Family Tree is another organization. They hold huddles every week, cash dividends from eXp. Success Enterprises. I'm gonna click on this real quick because this has been life-changing. I want y'all to hear this one. I'm trying to knock it out and get out of here so we can go into Q&A. Success Enterprises just rolled out all this stuff, y'all. Like, it's big. So they have the coaching, they have the speaker bureau, they have the space, but the one they just rolled out that is life-changing is Success Health. So I know some of you guys have already done it. Katie's done it, Jabari, Shania, Erica, but look into this. We got to meet the founder of it at eXpCon. So that's the benefit of going to these events. We got to talk to him personally. And like my wife is so excited just because she's real big on health and stuff like that. And man, they do a test on you. They tell you what your age, what your body's age is. Erica's literally 37 and her body's age is 21. And so now, and then they customize daily probiotics, daily vitamins for you to take that's specific to you. So instead of you just going to get this over-the-counter shit, they customize it for you. So it's like having a doctor, a nutritionist, and a health specialist working for you, obviously at a very, very discounted price. It's really affordable. That's something y'all want to look into because I want all y'all to live to 100. Because the longer we live, the bigger impact we can keep making together and the wiser we will be. With Success Enterprises, there's 4 things in it, which is why I put the 4X, didn't dive into everything. And then last couple, eXp Solutions. This is big too. So listen. This is our trusted vendors and tools and services. Let's see. This is all set up at a very discounted rate for you. So like if you want to do your CE, you can go to the CE shop. You can even set up an affiliated website. So if you send your people to it, you get discounts on your fees. eXp Agent Healthcare, Build a Sign, eXp Spy 360 offers, home warranty, Utility Connect. I know Katie's got a success story about that. Currencies Direct, Young Alfred. Young Alfred is just an executive assistant for you that is artificial intelligence. Making It Rain, Deposit Link, look into that one. Curbio, Coaching, E-Commissions, Data Services, Success Lending, Title, Real Commissions. Man, I'm not going to keep going. This is all at your fingertips. It literally, I mean, I can keep scrolling if y'all want me to, but go check this out, y'all. That's why I'm putting all this in place because I'm telling you the value proposition is second to none. So eXp Solutions, that link's there, hit all, and you just need to scroll down, state broker access. There's an accelerate program. So for anybody who's wanting to be a commercial agent and move over from a residential agent, you can go through the eXp Accelerate program. It's a six-week course in order to be certified to be on the commercial side and be on the residential side. So go take that. And then obviously eXp now is the fastest growing commercial brand in the United States. It's literally finna be in the same conversation as JLL, CBRE, and then obviously the eXp referral division. A lot of talk. That is the breakdown of your 50-point value proposition. This is the 6-week Accelerate program. I'm gonna just start blowing through these slides so we can get the Q&A. Like I said, it's here for you. You want to make that transition to start doing commercial. You might want to check that out. Live training, we've talked about. Social media, sales, technologies, literally anything you want to do as a real estate agent, they're training on it. The reason that we in our tribe, the reason I created Real Estate Entrepreneur, because the one couple of things that they were not training on is what I was passionate about anyway, which is financial literacy for agents, investing into real estate for agents, and buying businesses for agents. So those are our 3-point value proposition. eXp is not teaching on that, but we're teaching on that. So if you want to really learn how to manage your money and how to grow wealth, how to grow your net worth, if you don't have a personal financial statement, go Google it and start building out one today, and I'll teach you how to manage it. Like I always say, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z, whoever, no one ever talks about how much money they make. They only talk about what? Their net worth, because that's what matters. They're tracking their net worth. And Robert Kiyosaki said it best. In school, our report card, our grades on our report card matter. That's how we were able to keep a temperature on how our kids are doing in school, how we were doing in school. Guess what your report card is in the real world? Your personal financial statement, period. It's not how many Capper t-shirts you can get. It's what is your net worth and how is it growing? How many income streams have you set up, your cash flow statement? So I'm gonna be teaching everybody in our org. Now that I get all this out of the way, I'm finna dive deep into that stuff over the next couple of months. I'm working on some really cool trainings. And that's what the $1 billion agent and $1 billion real estate investor paths are going to be talking about. I'm going to get the sales stuff out of the way. We know how to sell real estate. Bet. Let's get that. Now let's figure out how to grow our net worth. I want everybody in my tribe to be worth $1 million or more. I don't want one person to not be a fucking millionaire. And I mean that to my core. And I can show you how to do it. There's 8 people in the building that work for me as employees or agents that are multimillionaires now because I coached them how to do it. So you can too. So have you studied the model? Somebody might have told you this, but I guarantee you they didn't break it down like I did. That went longer than I wanted, but shit, it's a lot of value. Very few agents have been approached correctly. The model is changing rapidly, so it's always worth your time to study it again. 80-20 splits, $16,000 caps, get to 100% commission, $149 startup fee, $85 a month. There's a broker review fee and a risk management fee. The risk management fee caps at $500. And then once you cap, then there's a $250 capped transaction fee that caps at $5,000. Then it's reduced to $75. These are the types of teams I'm not going to dive into now. Self-organized, standard, and mega icon. There's rules to each one of them. You want to do a standard team, you got to be 6 million in volume, 30 closed transactions. And then everybody can be on an $8,000 cap. That's on your team, not the team leader. And you're required to do 25% split. If you're a mega icon team, 40 million in volume, 175 deals, and it's $4,000 quarter caps for everybody, 25% minimal split with the team leader. But if you do a self-organized team, is what we've set up at TM5. You guys are on self-organized. So some of you guys are on my local team splits. Some of you guys are in Atlanta flying the flag. Some of you guys are in LA flying the flag, New York, all over the place, hell, Florida. And y'all are on 80-20 splits because this is self-organized. So I was able to just put you guys on 80-20 splits. This is the breakdown on how the commissions are hit. I'm gonna keep it moving. Obviously, I've talked about our explosive growth. The numbers don't lie. We're up to almost 90,000 agents, and it's happening. This is important. This is a slide. It's a third party to put this together. It took the top 5 residential brokerages in the United States, and it Realty grew on a, this is agent year-over-year growth, 3.1% agent growth. Keller Williams, 5%. Berkshire, negative 1.2%. Remax, negative 1.6%. So you guys know if it's negative, then that means there's a lot more people leaving than people are coming. It's that simple. And eXp, 82%. The year before that, 87%. So this isn't about me. This is about removing my emotions and looking at the truth. Phenomenal agent growth and revenue growth. And why do we care about revenue growth? We're now up over $1 billion plus a quarter because we're shareholders. And we know if you hold the stock, they are now paying us cash dividends. I think the last quarter, it was 0.45 cents for every share that we held. We got a stock dividend. So you should be getting stock dividend checks in the mail, or it may be going direct deposit into your account. My wife handles that. So don't shoot the messenger out. I just know you're getting it. So just make sure you're getting that. And you can see 183% year-over-year growth, 87% agent growth. It's unheard of. You saw the other top 5 companies, negative 1.5, negative 1.6, 87%, y'all. That's ridiculous. So what's your exit strategy? If we can show you a way to financial freedom, that's what we're trying to show you. So here are the 7 income streams. I'm blowing through this quick. I'm gonna be done in 5 minutes. So hang in there. Active income, residual, growing a team, setting up rev share, investing in our equity deals, becoming a certified mentor, and stock. There's a couple more revenue streams. I need to update this. Coach V, remind me to put the new ones on here. I need your help on that. But immediately, you need to be looking at revenue streams and options. Person with options or the person with power. Now I'm gonna break down a couple of these things real quick. So your residual income stream is this. You can own stock in eXp. There's 5 ways to get it. When you do your first transaction, you get a stock award. I think it's like $400, $500. Don't quote me on that or something like that. When you fully cap, you get a stock award. You don't get back your full cap. You get a stock award. And then when an agent that you sponsor, somebody that you brought over and attracted, when they do their first transaction, eXp sends you a stock award for it. So every month, every quarter, you should be getting those emails. Go in and accept your stocks and start tracking your Merrill Lynch account. So that's 3 ways immediately. Is that selling Mary Kay? Is that an MLM? Hell no. That's just doing what we already do, which is sell real estate. And then when you icon, that means when you pay in $16,000 cap and then do 20 deals and do the transaction fee cap at $5,000, then you get back, you have the opportunity to get back to $16,000 in company stock. I'm gonna do the breakdown in a second. And then agent equity. Most of y'all were a part of real estate franchises and brokerages. You were already paying franchise fees anyway, royalty fees, whatever per deal. Now you got 5% of every transaction. You can buy eXp stocks at a 10% discount. And you know, if you buy something at a 10% discount, then what are you making on your money? 10%. I don't know what else to tell y'all. 10%. And you can, you to me personally, saying how the agent equity program has changed your life. Now you have retirement funds set aside. Those are the kind of stories I love hearing. And the crazy part is we only been here for 17 months. So it's just the beginning. This is the breakdown of the 16K. You can get the $8,000 back immediately once you do those 20 transactions. The other one is they now have a new point system to get the cultural commitment award. But when you teach in the world, and they give you 4,000. So you know me, I asked them, I said, okay, how many classes do I need to teach to get the 4,000? They told me, guess what I did? I booked them all in 2 weeks. I went in the world, did them all, and in 2 weeks, they sent me my $4,000, bet. And then when you go to eXpCon, within your icon year or shareholder summit, you get $2,000. Now, here's just a quick analogy. A third party put this together. 10 million production icon stock vesting scenario. So if you iconed in 2018 and you were at eXp, you would have been granted $7.35, resulting in 2,176 shares. When the stock split, those shares would have doubled, meaning at today's price, you would have been at $195. And this was a couple months ago, probably need to update this, but still, 16 grand turned into 6 figures. 2019, it would have turned into 276, 2020, 133, and then obviously 2021, it would have been 16,000. But regardless, over 4 years, because you guys have all been at brokerages and you paid in the caps and got nothing for it. If you would have icon, you would have got back, it would have been worth today, in today's market, $500K to $620,000, give or take. So you'd have $500,000, give or take, from a vesting scenario. Now, this is a scenario. Because in 4 years, if you're like, well, T, I only got 485, it's a scenario. You're still at 485,000. So this is why it's called residual income, because residual income grows when you sleep. Now, revenue share. 50% of the company dollar is calculated, is given back to us. Here's the power of 5. You attract 5 people on your level 1. That's capping out and doing $2,800 and rev share to you. 5 people that's capping out at $2,800 is 14,000. But let's just say those 5, say it's me, Erica, Henry, Valencia, and Takara, or your 5 agents. And we all just individually go out and attract 5 people. That's all we did. Then your level 2 would have 25 people at $3,200 in their production, right, to be FLQAs. That would be $80,000 a year to you once you get in and get settled over 12 months. Now, this isn't like it's going to hit you in 1 month. It's over 12 months. That's $94,000 a year potential revenue stream for you because you attracted 5 people. Not 25. You attracted 5 that you could help set up, get plugged into the value proposition that I just spent an hour on. That's life-changing. And you attracted 5. Now, let's say it keeps going. Let's say those 25 people now attract 5 themselves. Now that's 125 on your level 3. Level 3 is paid out at $2,000 on that level. That's still $250,000 a year. And I don't care who you are, no disrespect to anybody in the room, what family you came from, how much money you have or don't have. $250,000 is a lot of money. Hell, $14,000 of passive income is a lot of money. So this is something that, and it feels overwhelming. You're like, man, I don't want to go. No, listen, 5 people. Just pour into 5 people. You don't even have to go recruit them, just attract them. And we got to remember, we got to pivot the way we look at stuff. When I bring somebody into something that I know they're getting value from, y'all saw the value proposition I went over earlier. Y'all sat in our clubhouse rooms, y'all been to our events. You know it's real, ain't shit fake about what we're doing. Like, this is real people doing real stuff. And we're all successful. And we want to see everybody in the room be successful. You never seen somebody be demeaned by a question they ask. You never seen somebody be demeaned by an idea they put on the stage. We genuinely want to see everybody eat. And if you know you're getting that kind of value, then you're being selfish by not telling more people about it. And by you telling more people about it, eXp awards you. This is just rev share. Remember earlier I said you get stopped from telling people about the model. So this is how it's calculated. I'm not getting into the formulas right now. That's for another day. Just know that it's calculated and it's sent to you on the 22nd of every month. These are real screenshots. Now, I have no names on here because it's confidential, but these are real screenshots from friends of mine, personal friends that I took screenshots of their rev share and asked if I could use it. I mean, these aren't fake. These are literally there. Remember I said earlier, you get an eXp enterprise account. So let's just talk about the one at the bottom right corner. This person over 3 years attracted 30 agents, 33 agents. So that's about 10 agents a year, which isn't crazy. That 33 agents turned into 551 agents. So y'all remember I was talking about the power of 5? We all think I'm just making up these numbers and stuff. Instead of 5, they had 33 on level 1. Those 33 agents, and they told me we did about 8 to 10 agents a year. Somebody please go on mute. It turned into 551 agents. At 551 agents, that person, the last revenue share paid was $54,000 in 1 month, 50 grand. Now, when we talk about multiple income streams, when we talk about a person with options as a person with power, when we talk about being real estate entrepreneurs, we're not just talking. We're talking about making a global impact. And when you can make 50 grand a month in passive income, that gives you a little bit of freedom to focus on your health, focus on your mental health, your self-health, your family, your spouse, your parents, your kids, your hobbies, investing in other businesses, traveling the world, buying your dream car, buying your dream vacation home, living life, period. Ain't for nobody else. Ain't for you to do it to celebrate and show out on Instagram. If you want to, let's get it. Do it. Post on Instagram. Stunt. Do you. Because if you get to a point where you're making 50 grand a month, you deserve to be able to stunt. And obviously you can see the other numbers. 308, 422, 631. That's life-changing. That's why this model is changing the game. This is the reason that every brokerage in the world is afraid of eXp, and they're making up these myths. Because for years, I wouldn't listen either. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to hear that. Man, I'm good. I ain't interested. I blew them off for like 2-3 years. But when I really sat down and studied the model, it's life-changing. All right, this is my last slide and we are done. If you're here and you are at the current brokerage, you own a brokerage, so you're a broker owner or a franchise owner, or you're at a brokerage, you need to write these 10 questions down, take a screenshot of it, and ask yourself this. If you were going to rate your brokerage yourself on a 1 to 10 scale, or rate your brokers that you're a part of, you need to be able to answer 10 to all these. And if you can't, you need to be a part of our tribe. Hands down. Why are you waiting? What are we talking about? Why are you overthinking it? Stop having limiting beliefs. Stop letting people lie to you about the model, because that's the beautiful thing now. You've seen it for yourself. And there's a guy at eXp says the best. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So if you came here today or you're watching this video online, you messed up because now you've seen the model. You won't be able to go to sleep. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to forget. And every day that you're not a part of this, you're going to be looking at it, period. And if you get impatient and leave too early, guys that are at eXp, my heart goes out to you, because in 5 years or 10 years, when we're all traveling the world in the Caribbean, you're going to be seeing us stunned on Instagram, and you should have been a part of that. All right, so 10 questions, 10 being best, 1 being not so good, 0 being non-existent. What's your ability to gain ownership in your current brokerage? And if you are a broker, what's your ability to give ownership to your agents? Because they're helping you build it. Why don't they have a seat at the table? I wrote these 10 questions down for myself as a broker. And when I couldn't figure out how to get people ownership in TM5, I was like, I'm tripping. These people helped me build this thing. So number 2, leveraging training, or you said the 2 to 5 extra business from last year. If you aren't, you're not in the right room, you're not getting the right training. And in a shifting market, do you know that people are still doubling, tripling, and 5X in their business going into 2023? Because they're taking market share from people who should have never been in the business. So I guarantee you, we're going to double up. And when you introduce friends and family to your brokerage, do you benefit financially? When you mentor agents, do you get a fee when they produce? If it's 0, why are you spending your time for free? Well, I just love helping people. I love helping people too, but I still want to put a value on my time. What's your ability to compete with disruptors, Zillow, Redfin, Open Door? Are you a part of an innovative company? Y'all see eXp Solutions, eXp Revenues, all that stuff we're talking about, the real estate entrepreneur 3 paths. Who is talking about that? Teaching people how to buy businesses, affiliated businesses with 0 money down. Nobody. And then number 6, ability to provide you with residual and passive income. Well, I got income. I'm selling real estate. That's earned income, residual and passive income. And then competitive health insurance, we talked about that. And do you have the same opportunity as your broker team leader to create multiple income streams? If you don't, you need to take this serious. And then how can you leverage your global community and culture and be a part of it? That's what we're doing right now. And number 10, which is the one that punched me in the teeth, is do you have a way to pass down your real estate sales business income stream to your kids? Because all I know is when I do my job and help Terrence and Erica buy their dream home, they love me. We have photos and cookies and all that and have lunch, but they fire me. Next week, I got to go get another job. I don't have a job because I did my job and now I got to go find another job. So you can't pass down your sales business to your kids. And everybody in the room that's a real estate agent, you're grinding it out right now. So you want to know that I'm grinding it out where I can set aside a revenue stream to give to my heirs one day. Or if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, Erica and my kids get this income stream. And the last quote I'll close with, which is, you will never sell your way into financial freedom. You need multiple income streams. And I just gave you guys the plug. I dropped the gems. I gave you the options. And now it's on you to pray through it and do what you know you need to do. It's a no-brainer. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with your family's future Stop playing with your future self, because your future self is depending on you right now to make this decision. And you owe it to yourself to remove all of the BS that you've been told about this model, because that's all it is. That's what I was holding on to for 3 years. I had a closed mind. I was successful. I was doing my own thing. But when I sat down and studied the model, it was a game changer. So I yield. If we want to close with Q&A for the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, if y'all want to close the room out. But this is eXp Explained, broken down in the most detailed way that I can do it. Appreciate y'all.